All right, Shalom.
Go on.
I made a bunch of boxes. I put it in the notebook.
All right, first and foremost, we have to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kadash. We have to give the honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone, who well and taught us this truth. We also like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in the 1/3. All right, it's your brother Selah, and
Brother Barak.
all right. And for today's video topic right now, we gonna be covering these new Tesla robots that come out, right? And so we're gonna open up with this precept or this scripture right here. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. It says here, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And that he is speaking of the elect of Israel, the 144,000 and the 1/3, covered under the blood of Yahushai, right? Those are the ones that are going to be saving and that are going to get redeemed during those times, right? All right, so so basically Elon Musk, right? That Amalekite, he just unveiled these new Tesla robots, right? And basically, we're not obviously we're not gonna play the whole video because it's an hour long, but we're just gonna watch a little bit of it. To see what these new Tesla robots are about, right? And if I'm not mistaken, Brother Brock, you told me that these Tesla robots they're gonna come out in 2026. That is if we even make it to
Yes.
Yeah. So the wicked elite, man, like they're planning to replace you humans, you Babylonians with robots, for like menial jobs, just like fast food services or cashier checkout lines, or being the warehouse manager, or like doing stock and inventory, or even moving boxes, man, or assembly lines. Yeah. Esau's getting ready to replace you people, all for his NWO, and then ultimately he's gonna take you goyim and make you take that MOTB, right? That the haragma, that mark of the BEST, the mark of the beast, right? Right, and he's gonna force you to take the microchip implant in your right hand, which is gonna be the central bank digital currency, or on your forehead, which is gonna be Neuralink, right? Right, so and Esau, man, he's gonna do that of order Abkale, right? He's setting everything up for the economy to crash, with these tariffs, right? Basically these tariffs are causing prices to rise up, and it's forcing companies, right, to pay out of pocket, to pay for these tariff prices, right? But and all the names of quote unquote having these factories move back to the U.S. But what people don't account for is the cost to build these factories, these back into Babylon, along with training hired people, and along with paying them. And you think these companies are willing to do that? No, they're not. They're in fact playing to crash these economies, right? So we're gonna bring out another precept. All right, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 9, and it reads, "We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies." Right, so mass judgment is about to take place real soon, right? And before we play this video, right, we're gonna go scroll to the copyright disclaimer. All right, so copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All right, so with that out of the way, we're going to play the first video.
Tesla has just taken a massive step forward in humanoid robotics. For those of us who've followed the evolution of robots for decades, from Honda's Asimo to Boston Dynamics' Atlas, this moment is completely different. In Tesla's newest teaser, the engineering team pulls back the curtain on Gen 3's latest trial runs. Tesla Bot Gen 3 isn't just walking more naturally, it's learning faster, handling objects with precision, and coordinating with humans in real-world settings, without requiring line-by-line programming. This marks a significant leap in autonomy. And yes, that odd-looking knee-bend move you may have seen, it's not a bug, it's a calculated move for stability. So if you've been skeptical up until now, you're not alone. But what Tesla's engineers just revealed may actually change the game.
This is a super big deal. Like my prediction is that, on this front, is that Optimus will be the biggest product of all time by far. Nothing will even be close. I think it'll be 10 times bigger than the next biggest product ever made.
That's how one Tesla engineer summed up what he witnessed inside the Gen 3 validation lab. And once you read what comes next, you'll understand exactly why. So, what capability of Tesla Bot Gen 3 proves it's truly catching up to humans? Remember when those wild memes comparing Optimus to a drunk uncle were all over social media? Things like, walks like Biden, looks wasted, just finished leg day at the gym, or Grandpa learning to walk again. Those jokes dominated social platforms for quite a while, and didn't seem like they were going away, until recently. That's when Milan Kovac, head of the Optimus project, posted a clip on X with a simple caption. Our latest walk. Straight knees, smoother heel-to-toe gait and arm sway, just chilling around. Entirely trained in simulation with RL. A lot of people believe that the bent knee walking posture is the result of poor design. And honestly, they're not wrong to think that. After all, with just a little over 2 years of experience in building and researching humanoid robots, that kind of skepticism is totally understandable. But in reality, that design comes with a deeper story. It carries a whole set of hidden insights that most people probably don't know about. At first glance, sure, it looks slow, awkward, and seemingly impractical for real-world tasks. And yes, they really are slower. Specifically, by the end of last year, we learned that Optimus could walk at about 1 meter per second on flat ground. But that wasn't its top speed. Tesla's target is 2.2 meters per second when it hits the market, and right now, Optimus is already moving steadily at 1.8 meters per second. For most humanoid robots today, that's basically a sprint. Currently, Tesla is putting more focus on improving Optimus's mobility and hand coordination. A recent factory video shows Gen 3 stepping out with the knees fully locked in a natural extended position, ankles absorbing heel impact, and arms swinging in sync for perfect balance. Gone are the terrifying stiff-legged shuffles. This change in gait isn't just for looks. It's a major stability upgrade that helps Optimus stay balanced on factory floors, in home environments, and even on slightly uneven terrain. But making it walk like that, it's anything but simple. The more human-like you want a robot to move, the more complex the engineering becomes. To get Optimus to walk with straight legs, its knee and ankle joints can't absorb impact the way they do when bent. That means Tesla had to make the robot's actuators, basically its muscles, extremely precise. They need to deliver smooth, stable force to the ground, or else the robot will wobble or lose balance. Tesla's engineering team tackled this by reducing the actuator weight, enhancing the control algorithms, and fine-tuning joint damping, all in an effort to shave off every possible millisecond from each step. It's clear that Optimus needs powerful actuators, but they also have to be lightweight so they don't throw off its balance while walking. Without a precise control system, the robot's movements would be stiff, jerky, or even cause it to fall. After all, it's a machine. It can't perfectly replicate the human body. And honestly, we shouldn't be too harsh on a robot that's just a little over 2 years old. Let robots be robots. The truth is, we don't actually need a robot to perform thousands of tasks or actions. Even if it could master over 1,000 integrated functions, chances are we wouldn't use all of them for any single purpose. A robot exists to assist us. It's a helper, not a replacement. As humans, with our nervous systems, lightning-fast reflexes, and fluid muscular coordination, we're naturally excellent at balance. But for the Tesla bot, all of that has to be simulated through joints, sensors, and internal cabling. So the fact that Optimus can now move as naturally as it does, that's a huge leap forward. If the legs are for movement, then the hands are for doing everything. Tesla's electromechanical wizards have poured nearly half of their resources into perfecting the hands and forearms of Gen 3.
If you want to have a humanoid robot that can do things that a human can do, it's a very high bar. So our new arm has 22 degrees of freedom instead of 11.
Forget about the claw-like grippers of Finger 02 or Unitree. Gen 3 comes with 5 fully articulated fingers, each with different lengths for optimal grip, based on the deep understanding that your dexterity is actually better when your fingers are different lengths. That's why you have a pinky. The Tesla team relocated the bulkier actuators up into the forearm, allowing for a slimmer, more human-like palm design.
The hand might be close to half of all the engineering in Optimus. From an electromechanical standpoint, the hand is probably roughly half of the engineering.
And yes, in trial runs, Gen 3 has already shown it can catch small balls, thread cables through tight loops, and fold clothes with a level of finesse that could impress even your tidiest roommate. The human hand is one of the most complex mechanical structures nature has ever created, with 27 degrees of freedom. It allows us to perform a wide range of movements: gripping, squeezing, pulling, writing, drawing, even playing musical instruments. That's why replicating the human hand in a robot is such a massive challenge. It's not just about making it look like a human hand. It has to function accurately and respond effectively in real-world environments.
A 22 degree of freedom hand and forearm is now in production, and it's learning to walk and catch balls. It's pretty cool. I mean, look, that's where we came from. It's wild. So in a very short period of time, Optimus has gone from being an idea to the most sophisticated humanoid robot on Earth.
By doubling the degrees of freedom in Tesla bot Gen 3, from 11 to 22, Tesla has moved beyond basic tasks, enabling the robot to take on far more complex activities. And if Elon Musk's vision becomes reality, Optimus could one day be an essential part of everyday life, just like C-3PO and R2-D2 in Star Wars. In the future, we may see humanoid robots like Optimus assisting with household chores, carrying...
Oh, okay, so we'll just stop it there, right? Yeah. Basically, man, Esau, man, this damn devil, and he's not, and of course he's not gonna use these doggone robots, to be your house servant. No, he's gonna use that robot for surveillance, and then ultimately, that robot's gonna act as a Terminator or an extension of Esau's police force. His military arm. His sword, right? Because as we know, that goes back to his blessing being the sword. As stated in Genesis. I think it was Genesis 25. If I'm not mistaken. Let's get that. Oh, Selah, it was Genesis 27, right? All right, Genesis 27. We're gonna start at verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Even bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, and thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Yeah, yes, and that's what you see right now. Like these damn Tesla robots, man. Esau's gonna use that as an extension of his military / police force, man. Man, and we know Trump. Caesar Nero. He just issued out that he issued that executive order that basically gave the police force, more power, right? And that's eventually going to lead up to martial law. Now if I were to scroll up and find it, let's see if I can find it. The one Yalbashim Shai, here it is. So it says here, strengthening and unleashing America's law enforcement to pursue criminals and protect innocent citizens. Right, but we know this is eventually going to lead to martial law because what Trump's going to do is he's going to invoke the Insurrection Act, which will enforce martial law, and you best believe that he's going to he's teaming up with Elon Musk, under Doge, right, under these wicked elite Amalekites, right, these bankers, right, to set up that NWO, that new world order, right, that central bank digital currency, or that RFID the digital currency, going back to that micro C hip, right? So we're gonna bring up the prophecy that Ezra saw. So we're gonna read Ezra 16, and we're gonna read and we're gonna and we're gonna start at verse 1. It says here, woe be unto woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloth of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is set upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is set among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May may may, may any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord Yahweh sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? The fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? Right. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, he's about to send these plagues, man, onto Babylon the Great, aka America, and Asia, going to the land of Moab, right? And Moab, actually, and into that whole continent, because because Europe is basically Western Asia, right? That's what they call it, Eurasia. And the reason why they call it the Middle East and Europe is to fit Esau's, so quote unquote white narrative.
And there's also no such thing as the Middle East either.
No. All that's just Western. All that, right? Europe, the quote unquote Middle East. That's all part of Asia. Europe and the Middle East, they're just Western Asia. That's it. Plain and simple. All right. All right. Picking back off, right? Uh, he, uh, he, verse 10. He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence, man. Yeah, man. So yeah. So when Yahushua, man, when he cracks these skies, man, when Babylon the Great, and when it's speaking of those archers and arrows, when Babylon the Great, when America gets burnt to stubble, when Esau brings out that RFID micro C hip, right, when he's about to quote unquote chip the elect, right, then that's when the Lord's gonna send all the ICBM nuclear missiles, right, and fucking destroy Babylon the Great, right, and then that's when the elect are gonna beat up in them chairs, get them new spiritual bodies, and then your house and then him and then your house and the elect, man, that's when they're gonna come down. And that's when they're gonna fucking beat these nations the fucking powder. They're gonna beat them small, man. And it just like from the movie Invincible, with Omni Man and Brightburn. All right, all right, so picking back up. All right, verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea arises up with the waves from the deep, and the waves are and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof, all and the fishes thereof also, before the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, and his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, right? And again, talking about them ICBM nuclear missiles, and they're also referenced in the book of Revelation as well. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out, till it consume the foundations of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so are the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth, and shall not return again. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days? Hey, yeah, and Ezra is saying this because it's about to get really bad in those times, right? Right? All right. So the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, and what shall I do when evil shall come? Behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are set as scourges for amendment. But all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And who will not turn from their wickedness? Right? The 2/3 of the nation of Israel, right? That's what the scriptures are meant for, right? Telling Israel to turn back. But guess what? Only the elect are going to be able to obtain it, right? And the rest were blinded. You know why? Because the Lord ultimately destined them to be destroyed. This is all played out in the Lord's movie. For for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And again, part of that sword, as you can see here, man, is gonna be to them Tesla robots, and I don't know if you brothers remember seeing that movie I Robot, man. With Will Smith, like that's exactly what's gonna happen with these damn Tesla robots. And again, man, and Elon's probably got something better than this. This is only like surface level robots that he's showing, man. He's not actually showing what's it called, like Brother Brock, we know that there are actually better robots out there than what Tesla is showcasing, right? Because we've actually seen pictures of robots, getting pushed down, getting
And
smacked.
and not only that though, like you got them kiosk machines, right? In so like this already exists, these technology, but now they're gonna make it even more advanced. And kiosk machines already replaced many people's jobs, like um, like in McDonald's, Starbucks, they even got like an Amazon all automated store where it's all like employees, you just got to go in there, check out, and I'm pretty sure they already got like a micro, like a palm reader, scan your palm. So Esau's already preparing people for this.
Yeah, and other countries like in Korea and the land of Moab, right? They also have those those ID, like those passport scanners where you just basically place the passport along the gate, and the gate will just open up and allow you to go through. No more having someone stand there. Which in Babylon the Great, I believe like you still have like someone checking your ID versus having a machine read. Now of course when they scan your bags or whatever, they're gonna have people there to check, but soon eventually, right, that's all gonna be replaced by machine, right? Like everything is in place for for Esau to roll out with his MOTB, like everything is already set up, right? They just what they're banking on, right? They're banking on ultimately the collapse of the world reserve currency, which is the American dollar, that petrodollar. Right? And once the dollar collapses, right, that's when people are gonna what they're gonna rise up. They're gonna buck up against each other. They're gonna be race wars. Food wars. People kill each other for like a small pack of ketchup, man. It's gonna get wild out here, man. Like in the midst of all that, Esau is gonna provide a solution, right? And that solution is ultimately gonna be the MOTB. pertaining to Revelation chapter 13 verses 16 on down. So yeah, so we're definitely at those at those troubling times that Ezra spoke about. All right, so picking up at verse 21. Behold, victual shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Right. Yeah. Now before things were cheap before, right? But now what do we see with these tariffs? Right, things are starting to rise up. Things are starting to increase. This prophecy has already passed. The victual shall be so good cheap. That was before. That was during Biden's time. Things were actually pretty decently cheap. Yeah, things were rising up slowly, but they were pretty cheap for the most part. Now these tariffs, what are we in? The sown places being unsown, and 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 I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's the one where where it says uh bread shall be worth a penny.
Yeah, price of wheat worth a penny, and go into the Strong's. Or you don't even have to, but like the price of a penny would equate to a salary back in the day. It's not referring to a literal copper penny.
Oh yeah, yeah. Here it is, Revelation 6:6, and this is where we are right now. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and three measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine." And yeah, man, if you go in the, and like Brother Brock said, if you go into the word penny, that goes into the word like a month's worth of salary. Let's get that in the blue letter, because this is where we are right now. Like, or this is where we're approaching. We're fastly approaching Revelation 6 verse 6. Let's get the Strongs. All right, so let's get so here it is.
Strong's G 1220. Denarion. Denarion.
All right, denarius, containing 10, a Roman silver coin in New Testament time. It took its name on from being equal to 10 asses. Increased this to 16. It was the pinnacle silver of the Roman Empire. From a parable of laborers of the vineyard, it would seem that denarius was an ordinary pay for a day's wage. So it would cost a day's wage to basically buy that loaf of bread, or basically buy some wheat, man. And with these tariffs, that's what we're heading to. It's just like the wine republic during World War II, man, or before World War II. Before Hitler came to power, and it became the National Socialist Party, or the Nazis, right? And that retaliated, and that's what they want, man. They want these people to retaliate, so they can usher in that MOTB. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous, and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is my defense, and my God is the rock of my refuge. Right. So during these times, man, that's this is when things are getting really really bad. Like, when prices skyrocket, right? You right? And that's when people are gonna bug out and start looting and invading one another, right? And that's Esau's mischief by law, right? Right, like he's causing mischief, that order out of Kale by what by placing these tariffs, you you, you know on these countries to make these companies pay more pay more than what they have to, and ultimately increasing the prices of their products, and that's when people are gonna bug out because they can't afford to pay all these, right? And that's when store shelves are going to be empty. Why? It's because they can't. They're, Babylon, the Great America, they're not going to be able to import these goods anymore. So, all right, Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly the sown places shall appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall be found empty. And yeah, yeah, this will happen. Probably later on this year, if not the next year, when them terrorists really start having an impact right now. Because right now, what some of these companies are doing right now is they're circumnavigating those tariffs by having someone else as the middleman. So like China, they'll send their goods to another country, and then that other country will send its goods to Babylon the Great. Thus circumnavigating those tariffs, or they'll send it to another country where those tariffs aren't hitting as hard as they would be being directed at China, right? So yeah, but we see things spiraling out of control quick. So we fastly approaching that time. All right. So we're gonna jump back to Second Ezra chapter 16, and we're gonna pick off at verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, right? Right. So a man shall desire to see one another, and to hear his voice. Yeah, and that's right, man. And during the time of Jacob's trouble, a lot of motherfuckers out here, they're just gonna lay down and die because that's the Lord sending out mass judgment, man. Mass judgment through who, like, through who the using what with Esau using his sword, man. His guns, his machine guns, his military, and his robots. Man, it's gonna look like I Am Legend out here, man. Man, it's gonna be Mad Max and the Terminator. This is what the Book of Isaiah was talking about by saying that it is a time like never before, like, because there was never a time when you saw mass judgment and death, right? Right, or wars fought with, like, with fucking robots, guns. But and this is what the prophet Ezra was seeing, man. During the time of Jacob's trouble. That's why he was saying, woe is me, who will deliver me from those days?" Right. That's why we gotta have faith in calling the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That is it. If we be of the hopeful elect, to be delivered from those times, right? Right, and we're gonna get the precept. This is the book of Psalms, uh, yeah, but yeah, book of Psalms, chapter 140. Oh, let's see if I can find it. Ah, yeah, yeah, here it is. Yeah, book of Psalms, chapter 140, and we're gonna start at verse 1. It says here, "Deliver me, O Lord, O Yahweh Shemi, sorry, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischief in their hearts and continually are gathered together for war. They sharpen their tongues like a serpent, and adders as poison is under the lips. Selah. Oh, keep me, O Lord Yahweh Shemi, sorry, from the hands of the wicked. That preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. The proud have hit a snare for me, and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside, and have set gins for me. Salah. I said unto the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, Thou art my God, my power. Hear me, yeah, so I can hear the voice of my supplications, O Lord. O Yahweh Shemashai, I the strength of my salvation. Thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. Grant not, O Yahweh Shemashai, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked devices, lest they exalt themselves, Salah. As as for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. Let the burning coals fall upon them. Let them be let let them be cast into the fire, into deep pits, that they rise up, or that they rise not up again. Let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him. I know that the Lord Yahweh Shemashai will maintain the cause of the afflicted, and the right of the poor. Surely the righteous shall give thanks unto thy name, and the upright shall dwell in thy presence. Lord Yahweh Shemashai, I cry unto thee, make haste unto me, give ear unto my voice. When I cry unto thee, let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense, the lifting up of my hands, and as the evening sacrifice. And I set a watch, O Lord Yahweh Shemashai, before my mouth. Keep the doors of my lips, and incline not my heart to do any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men that work iniquity, and let not me eat of their dainties. Let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me, it shall be excellent oil, which shall not break my head, for yet my prayer shall for yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities. When their judges are overthrown in stony places, they shall hear my words, for they are sweet. Our bones are scattered at the grave's mouth, as when one cutteth and cleaveth wood upon the earth. But mine eyes are unto thee, O Lord Yahweh Shai, and and, 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 and in thee is my trust. Leave not my soul destitute. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me, and the gins of the workers of iniquity. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, which that whilst that while that will I escape. Yeah, yeah, man. And these robots, they're gonna turn on these Edomites as well, man. You best believe they're in the midst of Jacob's trouble. There's also gonna be a civil war. The north versus the south, the left versus the right, the east versus the west. The left wing versus the right wing. Man, these Edomites, they're like, not only are they gonna kill Jake, but they're also gonna tear each other up, man. Man, for that lack of bread, for the lack of resources as well. And you best believe these robots, they're just gonna go full Terminator and just kill everything in their sights, because ultimately Esau wants to reduce the population to control a few people that's left. Right. Chapter 142. I cried unto the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah, with my voice. With my voice unto the Lord I did make supplication. I poured out my complaint before him. I shewed before him my trouble. When my spirit was overwhelmed within me, then thou knowest my path, and the way wherein I walked, have they privily laid a snare for me. I looked on my right hand and beheld, but there was no man that would know me. Refuge failed me. No man cared for my soul. I cried unto thee, O Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I said, Thou art my refuge and my portion in the land of the living. Attend unto my cry. I for I am brought very low. Deliver me from my persecutors, for they are stronger than I. Bring my soul out of prison, that I may praise thy name. The righteous shall compass me about, for thou shalt deal bountifully with me. Hear my prayer, O Lord Yahweh Shai, to give ear to my supplications. In thy faithfulness answer me, and in thy righteousness, and enter not into judgment with thy servant, for in thy eyesight shall no man and living be justified. For the enemy hath persecuted my soul. He hath smitten my life down to the ground. He hath made me to dwell in darkness, and those that have been long dead. Therefore is my spirit overwhelmed within me. My within me is desolate. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all thy works. I muse on the work of thy hands. I stretch forth my hands unto thee. My soul all thirsteth after thee, as a thirsty land. Selah. Hear me speedily, O Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai. My spirit faileth. Hide not thy face from me, lest I be like unto them that go down into the pit. Cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning, for in thee do I trust. Cause me to know the way wherein I should walk, for I lift up my soul unto thee. Deliver me, O Lord Yahweh Shemeshai, from mine enemies. I flee unto thee. Hide me. Teach me to do thy will, for thou art my power. Thy spirit is good. Lead me into the land of uprightness. Quicken me, O Lord Yahweh Shemeshai, for thy name's sake, for thy righteousness' sake. Bring my soul out of trouble, and of thy mercy cut off my enemies and destroy all them that afflict my soul, for I am thy servant. Alright, chapter 144. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Blessed be the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, my strength, which teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield, and 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 he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me. Lord, what is man that thou takest knowledge of him, or the son of man that thou makest account for him? Man is like to vanity, and in the days as shadow passeth away. Bow thy heavens, O Lord Yahweh Shem, as I come down, touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning and scatter them. Shoot out thine arrows and destroy them. Send thy hand up from above. Rid me, deliver me out of the great waters, from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is the right hand of falsehood. I will sing a new song unto thee, O Yahweh, upon a psaltery and an instrument of 10 strings. I will sing praises unto thee. It is he that giveth salvation unto kings, who delivered David his servant from the hurtful sword. Rid me and deliver me from the hand of the strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their upright and the right hand is the right hand of falsehood. That our sons may be as plants growing up in their youth, that our daughters may be as cornerstones polished after a similitude of a palace, that our garners may be full of affording all manner of store, that our sheep may bring forth thousands and 10,000s in our streets, that our oxen may be strong to labor, that there be no breaking in, nor going out, that that there be no complaining in our streets. Happy is that people that in such case, yeah, happy is that people whose God is the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And that's right, man. And so and during that time of great trouble, man, this is the name that we're gonna call him. We are going to call him the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai during that time of great tribulation. That in what we read there is I believe it was King David or someone else that wrote that Psalms or no, it probably wasn't because it mentioned King David in the third person, but basically, right. We're supposed we're supposed to pray for the downfall of our enemies, right? So that we can basically so we can get delivered, right? That's our it repeats, save us from the it they it basically repeats, save us from the evil man or the wicked man, which is referring to Esau. Maybe because Esau's about to come down with that great wrath. Let's see. Who is thy? All right. This is the one I wanted to bring out. This is Psalms chapter 17, starting at verse 13 to 15. Arise, O Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Right, and that's how I know it's referring to Esau. For which men, for men which are laid, for men which are thy hand, O Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, for men of the world which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. As for me, I will behold the face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I wake in thy likeness. Yeah, and then that's when we get the new spiritual bodies. But during the time of Jacob's trouble, we're gonna pray that Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, he's gonna protect us from all those evil things. That's why from between Psalms 140 to 144, man. We pray that we stay hidden and that we're able to fight. I get that spiritual power from on high. To go against all this evil that's going to come upon this earth. All right, but anyways, we're gonna end off the lesson from there. This is just this was just to show that that Esau's robots, that Esau's, he's basically he's solidifying his NWO by setting out his robots. And it shows that we are getting closer, to that hour of temptation, that MOTB, So Lord's will, hope this video was edifying.
I'd like to say, call Allah,
Call Allah, Yahweh,
Yahweh, Bashem,
Yahweh
Yahushua,
Shai,
Bashem,
Bashem, Rakah
Rakakodash.
Hakodash. All right, we'd like to say double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, who well and taught us this truth. We'd also like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in the 1/3, your brother Selah.
Brother Barak,
And with that, we'd like to say shalom.
Shalom.